And we'll be back later on with Chris Linson Jr. and Juan Galvan in the main event from Sweeney Center.
For the fight schedule, January 24th, 1998, mano a mano, Chris Linson Jr. versus Juan Galvan. I'd like to thank the sponsors. First of all, I'd like to thank Budweiser, 97.3, Ramada Inn Season Ticket, Comedy Club, also Navarro, Toyota, Big Joe, for helping us bring this fight, Showdown Productions, for bringing this fight to Santa Fe, Lupi Linson, right over here in the sand, she's bringing this fight to Santa Fe under Showdown Productions. It's time that we brought something like this to the locals here in Santa Fe that deserve it, all the boxing fans. I know you appreciate it. I'd like to welcome all the fighters that came outside of Santa Fe to fight. Welcome to Santa Fe. I'd like to welcome all the locals here. I know we're all going to have a good time. We're going to go ahead and
at the weigh-ins the day before the fight, and how do you feel, Chris?
Oh, I'm feeling great. I'm just excited it's finally here, and very happy with the turnout we're getting and all the support we've been getting from Santa Fe.
What do you expect for tomorrow's fight, the outcome?
A win. A win for my favor, but other than that, I just want to advance my career by looking good and showing off some skills that I have, but I don't think I'm going to let anybody beat me here, so I'm going to put on a good show.
That's good. Did you spend any special training? I know you were expecting to fight Julian Romero, and that kind of got canceled. Now that you're fighting Juan Galvan, did you change up your training or strategy at all, or
no? How
did you prepare for this?
No, with me, it doesn't matter what they do in the ring. It's all about what I do. If I do what I need to do, then I shouldn't have any problem. So just do my best and see what happens.
How do you feel about this, the first professional fight in Santa Fe? Hopefully we can get some more here in Santa Fe?
Oh yeah, this is just the beginning. We're going to do this bigger and better next time.
That sounds great. Well, good luck tomorrow night.
Thanks a lot.
See you then. See you later.
Mexico, Chris Linson.
Once again, everybody, I'm Carl Twyfell along with James Ramirez and Bobby Pettis, and we're back for yet another fight, gentlemen.
Yes, we are.
This is the main event.
Yes, it is. We have tonight's main event is between Chris Linson Jr. and Juan Galvan, and as you can see, the crowd is getting very up for this, and Chris Linson is already in the ring. Chris Linson is coming into tonight's fight 10-1-1, weighing at 145 pounds. And he's going up against Juan Galvan, who is weighing in at 150.5 pounds.
It should be an interesting fight. J.C. Linson obviously has the youth behind him, as well as quickness and speed. I never seen Juan Galvan fight before, but from his looks of his conditioning, you know, you can't really, it tells a lot about a fighter as far as his quickness and speed. And J.C. Linson has improved his conditioning since his last fight, and he looks very sharp tonight.
Galvan comes in with 9 wins, 6 losses, and 3 draws so far in his career. And again, as you said, Linson is 10-1-1. And right now we'll have
our national anthem.
Singing our national anthem.
Early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And there we are.
There you have it, the national anthem.
Stirring rendition of the national anthem performed here tonight at Sweeney Center. And everybody is ready for the main event. Richard Garcia, the ring announcer from KDC
From
Radio.
Santa Fe, New Mexico, with a record 10-1-1. Here's the gentleman, Chris Linson Jr.
Well, first time ever in Santa Fe.
Your referee
Guys,
for this event will be
This ought to be,
Juan
this ought to get the crowd rolling.
This is the long-awaited fight everybody's been waiting for all night. We've had great fights since the beginning, with everybody coming out and really putting on a show for the Santa Fe crowd. But this is what everybody's been waiting for, and I know we're going to see some good punches, some good movement, and some good things from both of these fighters tonight.
Junior welterweight matchup, Chris Linson Jr. and Juan Galvan from Mexico.
JC Linson trying to get the crowd into this. This is what he wanted, and here we go. We're on our way.
That's all. The talking is over now with the fight.
Linson comes out, and a little bit of shadow boxing here to begin the round. Now Linson with some lightning quick jabs, and they trying to feel each other out here in this opening moments of the first round. Galvan again is 9-6 and 3, his record. JC
really attacking him with the left hook, which is a powerful left hook. If Galvan were to get in front of that, he might be in trouble.
I think JC certainly needs to be aware that not to expend a lot of energy. I know he's pumped up for the home crowd, and
yes, a 10-round fight is a long fight. It's a long way to go, and it's a good idea to conserve your energy, box with the other boxer, and really get your good shots in that you want to get.
Galvan connected there on that last exchange, and Linson continues with his left jab.
Both fighters in the center of the ring.
These boxers really don't know much about each other. They've never seen each other's fights. They don't know what each other's styles. They just come in blind and they just go at it.
Galvan landed a left hook against Chris Linson Jr.'s jaw. That got his attention.
Ooh, giving that left hook again. Linson really attacking with the left hook.
Galvan certainly looks like he can take a punch, though.
JC Linson in the gold trunks and Galvan in the white trunks with black trimming.
Chris losing in his last fight, 5th round TKO several months ago. He's looking for redemption. Oh, what a terrific left.
Galvan.
Hard left jab. Almost took his head off. Nice shot from Chris Linson.
We got to give Galvan credit. He came back from that shot.
One of the harder jabs, maybe the hardest jab we've seen of the evening.
Yes, sir.
Left-right combination from Linson.
Linson, we've noticed from his past recent fights, he's really been working on his jab, bringing it more into his style. He hasn't just been relying on his left hook or his right hook. He's really adopting that jab into his basic style. And it seems to be working well for him.
Oh, the left hook again from JC. That powerful left hook I was talking about.
Well, that one got Galvan's attention.
Galvan tries to come back, but he misses with his left.
Well, that's the end of round one. From Sweeney Center in Santa Fe.
And Carl, how did you like that first round?
Well, it was just a little bit more than I had anticipated, I guess. I thought they would feel each other out a little bit more, but after that Linson left jab that almost took off Galvan's head, that's when the action I thought really got started. Yes. A terrific left jab from Chris Linson Jr. to get things rolling, and I think he controlled that first round. If you're scoring on a point system, as the previous fights, we were thinking about doing it on rounds, but I think the winner of the round gets 10 points, and the loser gets less than that, 9 or fewer points. So we want to.
I think both fighters were a little tentative coming into the fight because, like Bobby said, they did not know of each other before this fight, so they kind of just wanted to check each other out and see what each of them were gonna, come and do, and see what each of them wanted to come on and fight. They were really
on with the second round,
looking at their styles.
Both fighters in the center of the ring, and Linson with a hard overhand right, and kind of really pushed Galvan down to the mat, and we're back and ready to go.
Ooh, with a right left from JC Linson. Both fighters still looking for that shot. Ooh, and
doubled up on that left hook to the body and to the head, Linson did, and connected to Galvan's. Well, he made the connection there.
Another
Linson jab again. Boy, he has really got something on that one.
His punches tonight seem to be snapping right on the mark. And with the right shot to the body from Linson.
Left right from Galvan, but blocked nicely from Chris Linson Jr. Another hard left jab from Linson. I don't think Galvan is really connected yet. Chris has gotten in several heavy shots.
Ooh, like that, with a left hook to the face of Galvan, and Linson's looking for that one.
We've really seen that shot as Linson's trademark shot. He really moves, takes that step to the left side, then comes in with the left hook, and really nails Galvan every time.
But you got to give Galvan credit. He's taking those shots, recovering pretty fast.
Galvan, as we can see, is a pretty straightforward fighter. He comes in with his left jab, got that right hook, and he just takes the punches.
He doesn't seem to be doing anything other than taking punches right now.
That's really true, James. He's throwing some blows, but Chris is really blocking a lot of those shots that Galvan is trying to land. Chris keeping his gloves up high. And a left-right combination once again.
Galvan pulling back on that right hand. He seems a little tentative with it. I think he's afraid of Linson coming back with that left hook.
As you said earlier, Bobby, that Galvan is a straight-up fighter. He keeps coming in, and now Linson with a nice combination as we end round two.
That's the end of round two. Now that was a little better than the first round. I seen the punches from Chris Linson look snap and crisp. You know, they've really got a lot of spring behind them.
Yes, and the way I rated that second round, I had Linson winning that round as well, 10-9. So Linson with the up on Galvan the first two rounds.
I just think Galvan needs to double up on his defense. He's got to protect himself from that left hook. And if he doesn't do that within the next couple of rounds, at least, you know, if it lasts that long, he's gonna have a tough night.
Well, Bob, I'm actually going to agree with you on your scoring so far. 10-9, Chris Linson Jr. The first two rounds. What do you think, James?
I have it the same way. 10-9, Chris Linson Jr.
Well, thanks, guys.
We're not going to hometown this Mr. Galvan, are we?
No, we're not. I just believe that Linson came out in the first two rounds and really showed it to him.
Here we go, the start of the third round.
Chris is fighting well after two rounds. We're into round three, and in the center of the ring we come. Both fighters looking for the opening. Galvan not hard to find. He's right there in front of Chris, and Chris is there's another hard left jab. Boy, he is really been effective with that straight left jab.
I noticed Chris Linson's conditioning looks a whole lot better than his last fight.
Yes, he looks a little bit firmer on the mid-torso section. He's really lost a little weight. He looks like he's really been doing his sit-ups a little bit more, and he's really looking in a lot of good shape. Galvan, on the other hand, also looks in very good shape as well. It looks like he trains hard down in Juarez, and both fighters look in very good shape tonight.
Both fighters missing here in the center of the ring. And now Galvan finally getting in a jab and a right to the body, but then he got hit with a right hook.
Both fighters trading punches.
Galvan, the taller of the two fighters, he's got a couple of inches on Chris Linson Jr. Also about 5 pounds.
Chris once again with that left hook on the jaw of Galvan.
A big left hand from Galvan, but Chris answers with a quick combination. up the momentum we believe that he gained in the first 2 rounds. Here in round 3, Sweeney Center in Santa Fe, and at least 1,000 people out to watch this one tonight. The Showdown Productions has done well.
And another left jab by Linson.
Missed hook on the left side by Galvan.
Linson with that lean-in jab, and then he follows it up with a right shot to the jaw.
As you can see, Galvan really working on his jab a little more, coming in with that left jab, and he's got a right uppercut that might hurt Linson in the later rounds if he keeps nailing it.
Galvan has taken some shots here in the first 3 rounds, but he is standing right there toe-to-toe with Chris Linson Jr.
Getting towards the end of the 3rd round.
Left uppercut misses from Galvan. Oh, and a big overhand right from Chris Linson as we end round 3.
A beautiful overhand right by Chris Linson to end the 3rd round. And that,
ladies and gentlemen,
once again, I give that round to Linson again just because of his jab, of that left jab. It's snapping back the head of Galvan, and he's really on top of his fight tonight.
Yes, well, Carl, what do you think about that round?
Well, I actually thought Chris won that round. It looked early on that Galvan had the advantage, but Chris seemed to finish with a flurry and that big overhand right to finish the round. So I'm going to give that round also to Chris Linson Jr. Trying to be objective, of course, but so far it's actually been a very clean fight and a one that I think the crowd really enjoying. But Galvan doesn't go anywhere. He's just right there in front of Chris Linson Jr.
That's the reason why we've made this decision to give all 3 rounds to Chris, is because Galvan, in my opinion, he's just standing there taking some shots. You know, he's got some good combinations at moments, but, you know, he's going to need a whole lot more than that to win this fight.
Well, guys, actually, I was in disagreement with you because I gave that last round to Galvan. I really thought he came out a little bit stronger and nailed Linson with a couple good right hooks.
Well, that's all right, Bob. Dissension among the ranks is always interesting.
We'll just have to see what happens.
Linson connects with 2 left hooks to the jaw of Galvan again, continuing with that left hand.
He has used that left hand a lot tonight, doubling up, as you said, James. That time, he did it again.
Both fighters seem very alert. Neither of them seems to be getting dazed at all right now.
I don't know how long that's going to last for Galvan, Bobby.
Boy, he's taking some shots. He's right there in front, but Chris is short a lot. He's got that good, quick, straight, hard jab, and that has really been effective for Chris Linson so far tonight.
Nice jab followed with a
Big flurry on the inside.
2 right hooks followed by those 2 jabs. Galvan makes him come back here with a couple of combination shots.
He landed with the right. The blocked left hand was blocked by Linson. Right to the body by Galvan. Oh, and a big left hand, a big left hook from Galvan, but Chris says, bring it on. Right to the body from Linson.
Chris answers back with a nice body shot.
Oh, big shot on the right side. And as you can see, I don't know if you can tell, the right eye, the left eye of Galvan is starting to swell up a little bit.
A right left there from Chris.
Chris answers again.
Another right hand.
Missed with the left, but did land with that right, so I'm amazed Galvan continues to not to back up at all. Well, he backed up right there, but he's been moving forward the entire fight, and he's been paying for it.
He gets another shot from Linson from the left hand. There he is with that jab.
Well, the city of Santa Fe has got to be happy with the turnout tonight.
Absolutely. This is incredible. There's a huge crowd here at Sweeney Center. They had 1,100 seats, seating for 1,100, and I think they certainly met that. fighters exchange jabs in the center of the ring. Big left
Linson
hand.
comes over that left hook again.
Let's see who wins this round in the flurry.
Just up to the end. Well, let's score that one. Okay, now Bob's back on track.
Okay, Bobby's back on track. I actually...
Right, but my main purpose now is refusing to lose, but beating what I'm going through first.
Right.
And
That's a tough battle than any opponent you faced, I suppose.
that's the toughest.
Yeah.
You know,
But
I'm looking good now, physically wise I'm not.
Right, but you feel
But
good?
mind wise, I'm doing not there.
So your mind focused on getting back into action.
We're starting strong. I'm tired of everybody talking about me doing this, doing that.
Right, all the negative
Everybody can talk, I don't care, but once I prove to myself this time, not to everybody, I don't care.
That's right.
To myself, my family,
Right,
what they've
okay.
been through.
Action speaks louder than words.
And that's why I never talk.
That's right. Now,
Now Bob's back on track.
Okay, Bobby's back on track. I actually had the score on that round 10-8.
10-8.
10-8 because I feel Galvan did not come in with any good shots. I mean, he's throwing some nice jabs, but they're just not connecting on Linson. Linson's coming over with that left hook and is just connecting on him, you know, and as well as the left jab.
Chris's defense has been terrific here tonight. He's blocked a lot of shots and kept his gloves up right above his head in that kind of that peekaboo style that I remember Floyd Patterson first using back, gosh, how many years ago was that? But
I don't
Chris
know,
has
Carl.
fought well.
Chris
Well,
Linson
I'm
there.
not going to tell you either. But Chris has fought well. Chris has fought well so far tonight.
But Galvan has taken some nice shots. You got to give him a lot of credit for coming out here. This fight is far from over.
Big clinch in the center of the ring. Both fighters missing as we
Approach round 5.
Fox was really just standing the ground and trading punches in the center of the ring.
There's Linson with that left.
Chris looks real confident in this fight. He is.
Well, he's got to be, Carl. You know, he's been in front of his hometown crowd. You know, the moment's right.
Galvan landing with a left hook. Chris with a hard right cross.
Two big misses there.
Galvan continues to stand right in front of Chris. And Chris is just so far this in the fight has beat him to the punch. So he keeps those gloves up high and then lands the body shots right there. Nice combination for Chris Linson.
Nice combination. There's Linson with that left jab again.
JC really looking like he's starting to work the body more in this round.
He's keeping that jab up there really nice. If he can continue to do that, he's going to score some nice points with that.
Well, that body shot partially blocked by Galvan, but then Chris answers with a left jab.
Stunned Galvan with that left hand uppercut, sort of. It was like a, I don't know what to call that last punch.
A hard one.
Another hard left jab right there from Linson. Boy, he has made a living on Galvan's face with that straight left jab in the first 4 rounds.
Nice.
Big shots here by Linson. Linson really coming in now.
Nice body
You
work
can
from
see the
Chris Linson.
confidence in Linson's face.
Wow, some nice 1-2 shots there.
And there's a cut on the left eye of Galvan now. Linson has made a cut on the left eye.
Galvan comes back with 2 hard shots. And another.
That cut really opening up now.
It's a slugfest. Linson got hit and got hurt. But able to withstand the flurry.
Galvan's eye really starting to bleed.
Oh, left hand.
A nice left shot once again from Linson to end the 5th round. It's great. Well, Carl, what do you
I have
say,
to give that round to Linson. I have to say, because that big cut that he gave Galvan on the left eye is showing that he gave him a hard shot, and he can't withstand that.
Yes. Galvan did come back there for a moment. He was giving some 1-2 shots that seemed to stun Chris Linson for a moment there.
Well, they're working on that left eye of Juan Galvan. He's really landed the hardest punch on Linson that he's had tonight.
On the 5th round, you could see Linson was stunned, but he regrouped pretty fast.
Yes, he does. That one big shot stunned him and made him. He put his head into Galvan's shoulder and put his head down for a second. But then when the bell rang, you know, the bell saved him there for a second, I think.
Well, here we go with round 6. Chris has got that salve over his left eye, and Galvan also trying to keep those eyes protected. A nice right hand.
Looks like they've temporarily made the cut stop bleeding. We'll see how long that lasts for.
Well, Linson has opened that up. He's landed that jab consistently in the first 5 rounds, and here in round 6. Let's see if he can continue.
The blood is starting to pour out again.
Linson connects with a left hook on that last exchange, but Galvan comes back with his left.
Fighters right there in the center of the ring. Another jab from Linson. A glancing blow from Linson. This is
Linson really backing up Galvan now. Galvan doesn't seem to have the confidence like he had in the first 4 rounds.
And now that cut over, that cut below the eye, and that's probably the best news for Galvan, that cut is below his eye.
When the fighter gets
body shot. Oh, a big left hook from Chris Linson. Galvan stands there. Amazed the guy can take a punch.
Well, that's one thing we found out is that Galvan can really take a shot.
He's taken quite a few in his face, so
when
we'll show that tomorrow.
When a fighter gets a serious cut over his eye, you tend to see him step back a little bit, you know, kind of, I would say, babying the eye, not wanting to get hit so much, not trying to step in and get hit.
It also has to be a mental thing for the opposite boxer as well. If he sees his fighter getting cut, he really feels that he's getting the upper advantage and he tries harder. And that can be good or bad for that fighter. In Linson's case, we'll see what happens.
Good so far.
And Chris is going to go right after that cut, too. Every round, it is again below the left eye of Juan Galvan. Nice block of the left hook from Galvan by Linson. Combination, missed a couple of them. Give and take in that exchange for both fighters. As we mentioned earlier that Galvan, the taller man, you would think that he would use his left jab a little bit more, but he really has not used it.
Good left hook by Galvan that time.
You're right, Carl. He really hasn't used his jab at all.
Ooh. Big left and a right from Linson. And that is the end of round 6.
If you noticed, the last 3 rounds at the end of the last 3 rounds at the end, Chris Linson has come through with some big shots to end the round.
Yes, he has. Right at the end of the round, he's really given a big left hook, a big right hook, and as you can see, they're putting that stuff on the corners. That's what that is. Vaseline on the eyes to keep them from getting cut open. That's really what helps the eyes from getting cut open.
Senior, the former professional contender.
He was the world champion, wasn't he? I believe so. I'm not sure. We'd have to find that out.
Well, Chris Linson has a slight cut over his eye, over his left eye, and Galvan with the cut underneath his left eye. So both fighters have really dished it out here, but it appears again that JC or Chris Linson Jr. has, I think I always have him losing one round so far, but that was a lot of good give and take in the last round. But
he's coming through with some excellent shots. I mean, he's utilizing that left jab. Galvan started to double up and defend it, you know, but he's still not doing what he's got to do to win this fight.
Well, right now I have Chris Linson up 5-1 over Galvan.
For the 7th round starting.
But there's Galvan right out in front of Chris Linson. And he is giving credit for being right up front, but he's taking some punches. And now the conditioning becomes a big factor here in round 7.
A left shot from Linson to the jaw of Galvan.
One thing I've noticed is that Chris Linson isn't using his jab as much anymore. He's just standing there. He's using his hook more.
I'm going to have to disagree with you, Bobby, because he threw 2 good left jabs while you were saying that.
Well,
there's that left jab.
Well, a big right hand blocked. Galvan's right hand to the body was blocked nicely by Linson. Sweeping left hook from Linson missed.
Another
back
left
with a quick combination. And Chris just stands his ground. As Galvan flails away above. Now that again the blood begins to trickle from Galvan's below his left eye.
Linson with an overhand left. As the crowd gets into it, you can hear the chants of JC coming from the Santa Fe crowd.
And he answers with a combination as the boxers separate. Galvan outweighs him by 5 pounds in this junior welterweight matchup here tonight.
There's that left hand again from Linson.
Chris lands again.
Oh, that right hand stunned Galvan.
And he could definitely take a punch. And he's taken a few and dishes out another
nice
big right from JC Linson. And then a quick combination in the center of the ring from Linson.
Snapped the head back of Galvan.
Some big shots being thrown by both fighters, but Linson really coming in with a big left hook. He's really throwing on the power now.
Nice right to the body by Linson.
Linson really stepping it up.
Oh, what a big left hook.
To end the round again.
Another one to end the round.
So Linson continues to just give big shots at the end of the rounds, and I think that's what helps him.
It's impressing the judges. Those last big shots at the end of the rounds are certainly scoring points as well. Bobby, you said that he wasn't utilizing the jab, and right as you said that, almost if he heard you, he started using that left jab and scoring those points, you know, and that's what it's all about. He's really scoring right now.
Yes, he is.
Galvan's coming in with some nice shots, I think, as well, but they're just not landing. They're just not powerful on as Chris's are.
And he hasn't used that. His reach has got to be longer than Chris, but he just really hasn't used the jab, the left jab, Galvan. And Chris, being the shorter opponent, has been able to not only use the jab, but use it effectively for the first 7 rounds of this fight. Chris doing some stretching.
Right at this time, fighters tend to get, if they're conditioning, it starts to wear and they start to get a little tense up. Their muscles might start to cramp up a little bit, and I think that's why Linson was stretching out and getting himself loose again.
Yeah, Galvan, for the first time, to come out throwing some blows here.
Coming out strong.
He's really...
Big shot by that time by Galvan. A big right hand.
And he hits with the left jab. He connects with that left jab.
And he's throwing a lot of punches here to open the 8th round.
As I glanced over to Galvan's corner there, they were really yelling at him, telling him to get into this fight. they don't feel that he's doing what it takes to win.
Well, he is throwing a lot of the punches here as we open round 8. And Chris blocking some of them, but some of them aren't getting through. And Chris still, blocking the punches. Galvan lefts and rights. And a big right hand from Galvan.
It looks like Chris Linson is starting to wear a little bit. He's looking a little tired.
Well, Galvan really active here. And taking the fight to Chris Linson Jr. and a big right hand from Galvan once again.
Yes. Galvan really pouring it. Oh, but a nice right hook by JC connects.
One thing that Linson has done this fight is he's protected his eyes. In the past couple fights, he's gotten some bad cuts on his eyes, in which tonight he hasn't.
Well, Galvan continues to really dominate here in round 8.
Linson with a left overhand to the face of Galvan.
And Chris needs to show some movement here in the latter stages, second half of this round. Well, right there he landed a nice left and right combination.
Oh, nice right hook.
Hand. Yeah,
It's stunned Galvan for a moment there, but he's back on his toes.
We really haven't seen Galvan get stunned enough to fall down. That's the one thing in this fight. He's taken all the big punches and really just come back. And unless either fighter really starts throwing some hard punches, I don't see a knockdown coming anytime soon.
A right hook by Galvan landing on the cheek of Linson. He comes back with a jab.
there's a left-right combination from Chris Linson Jr. Galvan answers with some wild punches. But that obviously a big round right there for Galvan. And he needed a big round because he is not, he's been...
Good questions for you. By the way, we're here with John Tapia. This is a former NABF super flyweight champion. USBA super flyweight champion. He's going to be coming back. Don't be surprised. You see him in action real soon. Johnny, you're getting yourself in shape right now, right? You're not 100% now.
No, by all no means, I'm not 100%.
Right.
I'm not even at 85.
Right.
But once I do, I'll be at 110.
Okay, but when you're back at 110, look out, because the babyface assassin.
We'll make a big comeback, and what I'm planning to do is move and start off somewhere and then come back to my hometown and try to go for that world title. I'm giving Daniel's doing a lot. Daniel Romero's doing a lot, and I give him a lot of respect. I like him. I like his family. I wish him the best and bring a title too.
That'd be nice. Yeah, sure.
But
sure.
I hope everybody in Mexico, we're the toughest. You know, we got a lot of good fighters here. I messed up. I did a lot of bad things. But I came from the streets.
Right.
I'm learning the hard way, and I learned the hard way. I've been at the top. I'll make it back up again.
Okay.
I just got to get positive.
Okay, John, let's look back on your career. And who was your toughest opponent as a pro that you remember? Who gave you a heck of a time in the ring? Anybody?
All of them.
Every day of my life. I'll tell you. Yeah, without the vote, there's no vote.
Every good thing that happens to me, I try to...
For Galvan, and he needed a big round because he is not, he's been beaten in most of the rounds here tonight.
Yes, he has, and actually I gave that round to Galvan as well. He really showed that he was the aggressor in that round, and he put it to Linson. If Linson wants to get back in the, Linson is winning on rounds, but he needs to get back this next round and show Galvan what he's got if he really wants to have a chance of knocking him out.
I think, Bobby, I'm going to have to disagree with you. Linson's still fighting a primarily strong fight. Like I said, Galvan's corner the last time, they urged him to get into this fight, and that's what he needed to do was to... So far, Linson's been winning all these rounds, and he needed to come out and sort of break the tension a little bit, or else he's going to lose the fight. We're almost halfway through the fight, and he needed something. And, you know, Linson's still on his toes, but I expect to see more shots from Galvan.
In these final 2 rounds, that's going to decide it.
Well, we go to round 9.
to give to Linson. He was the aggressor the whole round. He really showed exactly what he wanted to put towards Galvan, and it was Linson the whole way.
He hit him with some nice shots, Carl.
There we go.
Go ahead.
I was going to say we're going to take a look at Chris Linson's corner. And he had a cut earlier in the fight.
Yeah, I believe Linson had a little cut on his nose.
And they got that apparently cleared up, Bob and James. But that cut over the underneath the eye of Juan Galvan has bled. Linson's made a target of it every round.
And I do believe that Linson has put a little cut on the right eye of Galvan. I'm not
As
sure
you can see,
they cleared
Linson
that
here
up
is
as well.
driving on the crowd, and the crowd is really getting into it. Let's look at that crowd.
Final round.
They're really getting it. Final round has started here.
Galvan looks determined.
Oh, big shot that time by Linson.
Chris hit him. He looked determined, but he got hit.
As you can hear the Scientific crowd pouring on right now. Oh, two nice shots from Linson.
Linson goes to the body, then to the head with a left hook, and then hits him with a right cross. Chris, very quick hands. Oh, and a right hand. Another big left hook, another left jab from Chris Linson.
I don't know about you, Carl, but I don't know how Galvan's staying up. He continues to take punishment from Linson right now.
I think Chris wants a knockout, but I don't know if he's going to get it. But this is the kind of skills that you like to see in a young fighter. JC Linson really showing his mettle here in round 10.
Crowd really getting into it.
Great quickness from the hands of Chris Linson Jr. here in round 10. Well, if there was a doubt he was going to win this fight, he pretty much answered that question here in the opening minute of the 10th round.
Yes.
And he's still after him. A big right hand, overhand right from Linson.
He goes to the body and into the face. Still with that left jab.
Hometown fans.
JC revving on the crowd there for a moment. He wants to hear it. Oh, my
Big
goodness.
shot by Linson.
Juan Galvan.
Well, he stung him that time. Maybe the hardest punch of the fight from Linson. The crowd is tired now. Crowd on its feet.
Get the crowd going here.
Both fighters kind of take a breather, back off, and now we'll finish out here in round 10. Chris Linson Jr. has dominated round 10. More so than I think any round of the fight.
One thing good about Galvan is he's got a lot of heart. He's really taken some punishment tonight, but he's still standing, and not many fighters you see will do that.
Another right hand from Linson. That is the end of the fight. Galvan and Linson go 10 rounds here tonight. And Chris Linson Jr.
lifted up by Pat Holmes.
Well, I think
we'd like to thank the fine sponsors, KDC Radio.
Makes the hometown fans happy here tonight, James, Bobby.
Yes, the way I have it scored, Linson had to fight the whole way. He lost a couple rounds in there, but overall, Linson was up on it 8-2 in rounds, and Linson won the fight.
I had it 9 rounds to 1, Bobby. Linson really came out tonight on top of it. His conditioning looked very good. His punches, his left jab, to mention, was real crisp, as well as his left hook. And I think those were the factors in this fight.
Carl, how did you have the fight?
Next Saturday at 8 o'clock on TV6.
Well, as far as points, I think really Chris, that last round, probably not a 10-9, probably another 10-9 round for Chris Linson Jr., but really dominated. The 8th round was probably what, the 4th round and the 8th round were the only rounds of the fight that I didn't think that he won, but he came back incredibly strong in the 10th round and really dominated the 10th round and should win the fight.
Yes. And we're just waiting to get the final decision from the referees.
Galvan here, the corner of Galvan. They're trying to contain that fight. So we're going to go to the ring announcer here in a moment to
Everybody's
get the
invited
decision
to
on
the
the fight.
Ramada Inn at season tickets tonight, right after the fight.
And Galvan certainly came in this fight with a lot of heart. He's, man, he could take a punch. That's all I have to say about Galvan.
Yes, he can.
He's got a jaw that's
So let's go to the ring announcer for the decision of the fight.
Expect a unanimous decision here for the hometown Chris Linson Jr.
The judges. Here are your decisions. Russell Mora scores it 99-91. Chris Linson.
That's a domination right there, 99-91.
Judge Rocky Berg scores it 99 Linson, 91 Galvan.
Linson will win it. The only question is it's going to be a unanimous decision.
Levi Martinez, judge, scores it 100 Linson, 90 Galvan. The winner, Chris Linson, unanimous decision.
And there you have it. By unanimous decision, Chris Linson.
In front of his hometown crowd, and the city of Santa Fe has got to be happy for Chris Linson.
Well, we got to be happy tonight with all the fights tonight.
It was a great fight card here put on by Showdown Productions, gentlemen, and also with the turnout of the crowd here tonight at Sweeney Center in Santa Fe. A huge crowd.
Santa Fe has to be happy with the turnout here tonight, bringing pro boxing to Santa Fe and really showing that Santa Fe does deserve to have pro boxing here. Hopefully we can get more matchups here in Santa Fe.
And this has been brought to you tonight by Santa Fe Community Television. And it's been a pleasure working with everybody tonight, and it's been fun. First professional boxing matches.